Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sakura Unboxing. So, I'm going to be going over another figure festival, and this is going to be, of course, OneFest 2023 Shanghai. There were a couple of figure announcements that piqued my interest, and some that I am quite excited to pre-order or thinking about pre-ordering in the future. So, yeah, let's keep this intro short and let us get started. So as per usual, I am on my figure collection list page, and I do have a list for this figure festival, which I will link in the description below. Additionally, I do have some tabs up top that I will do at the very end, just because these aren't on my figure collection, I couldn't find them, but yeah. I technically have a total of 35 items I want to go through, so some of these I'll try and blitz through quickly. Again, the star mostly represents that I'm interested in pre-ordering these. The other ones I just want to mention because I thought they were interesting, but not ones that, I want to pre-order just because I feel like they wouldn't fit in my collection in a way. So yes, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So the first one is actually a model kit, which is Citosarium. Citosarium, I believe, is the series that this is from. And I actually do have two of the model kits from this series, because I really like their designs. Unfortunately, there is no original artwork of what this character kind of looks like, but there are some pictures to go off of. That's a little bit bright. But I do like these sort of designs for these characters. And they are pretty much like, Figma. They're opposable figures that you can assemble. And with the two Citosarium figures that I did have, I had a pretty good time putting them together. I'll probably discuss those more in my June and July haul, which has been on the back burner for a while. It's just hard for me to find the time to do B-roll and such, and I might have to refilm it just because I'm not liking the result. But yeah, this one looks very nice, and these should be under like 100 USD, so I am considering picking this one up depending on the coloring or how the character design looks colored. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. After that, we have two Nendoroid dolls that I think I'll just talk together. I have them both saved. They don't have a name yet. They might, but it's not translated. So yeah, these two Nendoroid dolls I think look fantastic. I really like the girl and the boy. Yeah, very cool character designs. I remember when I kind of was thinking about pre-ordering those two Jiangxi Nendoroid dolls, which I'll pop up on screen. Just unfortunately with those, I looked at, when they came out as Nendoroid dolls, and I thought they looked alright, and so I'm like, I'll probably wait on those, and maybe, if they drop in price, I'll consider picking them up. But again, these two, I'll have to see how they look as Nendoroid dolls, but, interested in picking them up because I am quite a fan of Nendoroid dolls and just, the clothing that they come with. Next, we got kind of a furry character. I am not a furry, by the way, but I think just these character designs are very cute. We have the Fluffy Land Caesar Nendoroid. That's gonna come in the future, so he's supposed to be a wolf, I believe. It looks like a wolf. But yeah, again, I just really like this series of figures that Good Smile is doing. Yeah. And this guy is no exception, so I'm interested to see how he looks as an Nendoroid. I'm sure it's going to be super cute, and most likely pre-order him. Again, for the look, not a furry. I get these for, the overall cuteness and design of these characters. After that, we have the Dilf. We have Toji Fushiguro, Nendoroid. My man. So, he recently went up for pre-order. Now, honestly, this Nendoroid just gives me mixed feelings. I didn't pre-order him. I'm gonna wait. But, honestly, I think, color-wise and sculpt-wise, I think it's not too bad. He comes with the worm, which I feel like is a must for him. And he comes with, of course, the inverted Spear of Heaven, which is the one weapon he has. And, different leg poses and a katana. But other than those items, he really doesn't come with much, which sucks. People thought he should have came with the soul, I believe it's called the Soul Split Katana, He probably should have came with that, but you know, I feel like maybe he'd be fine. But yeah, kind of bare bones. That's why I just decided to probably, you know, I haven't favorited, but I am probably gonna skip this Nendoroid. Additionally, I think just kind of his like pants look weird, and it's just the sculpt, and I didn't notice it until I colored it. It does look a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like it's, yeah. The one thing I do love about this Nendoroid though is I really like his facial expressions. He's got the smirking one, he's got this like shit-eating grin pose, which I love him. I love him for that shit-eating grin. And then this, like, it's supposed to be like called like a, I think it's a goading face, or it's like pretty much like a come at me bro face. That's the vibe I'm getting. And I wish I could just see, you know, just see these face plates like without his hair blocking it, but I love the way his face is turned out. It definitely fits his character, so yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna skip him because for me, he's, you know, accessory-wise and all that, it's just not the most exciting Nendoroid. I'm sorry to my man, but, you know, maybe if he gets much cheaper in the aftermarket, I'll probably pick him up. Next up on the list is another Nendoroid doll that I think I just want to point out for the design, and that is it's a long title at the top, but I'm just gonna call him by his character name, so this is the Su Huan Zhen Nendoroid doll. And I just really want to point this out for the design. I like how intricate the fabric is and his outfit in general. And I do kind of like this sort of blue and white color scheme. It's very nice. I don't know what this character is from. I don't know why he has that sort of chicken in his hand. But yeah, I won't pick this up just because I kind of don't know where he's from. And, you know, I just want to, you know, appreciate the Nendoroid doll design. After that, we have a massive, crazy 1/4 that really caught my eye, but I won't be ordering because it's gonna probably cost an arm and a leg. And this is the No Game No Life Jabril 1/4 figure by Creation at Works, who I've never heard of, but at this event they had like a lot of crazy looking 1/4 figures like this. I am at a loss for words with this one in terms of like design. It's definitely gonna be, you know, massive, expensive, and you know, I just wanted to point this one out for the design. And again, I like site-themed figures and characters, and I actually do have the Good Smile Jabril figure, you know, where she has the scythe. And to me, I just wanted to point this out for, you know, the overall look. I've seen people talk about how, you know, the final product will look, and additionally, her right arm, it's definitely looking a little bit weird on this figure, so I wonder if they'll fix that up. And her arms are also like super skinny, like twig-like, and I hope that they, you know, thicken them up a little bit, give her a little bit more muscle. But so far it looks like pretty cool, but again, A, I don't have the room, B, I already have a Jabril figure, and C, it's gonna cost a lot of money, so I just wanted to point this one out for the design. Next up, we have this Alice figure by Apex Innovation, and I just wanted to point this one again out for the design. I really like that she's kind of like falling down the rabbit hole into Wonderland, and yeah, I just kind of like the little details on this one. I guess my one big thing is in terms of like, you know, displaying this figure over time, because you have some stuff that is like kind of leaning back, like you have that chest piece, it looks like it's leaning back, and then you have all these other details on the figure that I wonder how they're gonna like prop them up in a way. But the design for Alice in this one looks super cute, so I want to point that out. But yeah, be warned if you are thinking about picking this one up when it goes up for pre-order. I definitely think about the long-term display, and I'm sure they'll show different angles to help give you an idea of how this figure will look. After that, we have this Miku figure, which is by one of my favorite artists, which is Star Shadow Magician, and this is the Hatsune Miku 1/7 Shen Yao Jing Xian version. I apologize if I butchered that. I'll actually go to this other picture because it's much high quality. Very gorgeous design. I don't think I'll pick this one up, but I want to shout out my favorite, one of my new favorite artists in recent time, and I didn't know they made a, you know, Miku illustration, and this one Kind of feels like it has a space theme. I mean, you have that tiny little satellite Miku behind her, and she kind of has this like giant jacket. That's what it looks like. But looks very impressive so far for the overall sculpt. So, I'm interested to see how this looks colored. I'm not sure if there's an original illustration for this one up yet, but if there is, I'll pop one up on screen if there is. If there's not, I guess they just don't want to reveal it yet. But yeah, just interested to see the final product for that one. And after that, we have a very cute series of figures, also illustrated by Star Shadow Magician. We have more of the Tea Time Cat series of figures by Ribose, one of my favorite manufacturers in recent times. And I'm most likely going to pick these ones up because they're under 100 USD, they're very inexpensive, and they're excellent, I feel, for the quality and price. So we have two of them in this picture, which is, I believe the right one is the Dragon Lee figure, and then on the left is supposed to be the British Shorthair. And I do kind of have these characters already. They're released by Ribose, but they have different outfits, and these guys are kind of going for a bakery theme. And this is the Meowtown series, I guess. And yeah, super cute. Love the artwork. And I know Ribose will do a good job for the overall quality and price. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing these as actual figures in the future. After that, I mean, it is, British Shorthair, which is the other one from that same picture. So skip over that because I talked about it. And then we have this one, which is called The Secret Garden. Again, Tea Time Cat series, and it's the Dragon Lee figure. I'm not sure if there's a better picture of this one. But yeah, so they have already a prototype for it. Also, it's the British Shorthair. Looking super cute in this like massive, it looks like a poncho she's wearing or something. And then the other cat looks very cute overall with that umbrella. And the original illustration is right here. Again, it looks super cute. I know it's the same characters once again, but I don't know. They look super cute. Probably gonna pick them up because again, they're pretty inexpensive. Yeah, British Shorthair, already showed it in that picture. And then we have this one, which I think is from, Tea Time Cats Volume 4, so the fourth figure in the Tea Time Cats line, which is the Ragdoll tea canister by Ribose. So yeah, once again, super cute. I like how she has her tongue sticking out. She looks very mischievous and playful. Quickly going into the pictures. So yeah, again, I'm very excited we got a couple of these cute little cat girls announced. Yeah, I really like her color scheme. Very cute overall. It gives kind of like a sort of like, I don't know, coffee vibe in a way. I have no words. These girls are adorable. So yeah, very excited to pre-order all of these. I feel like Ribose spaces these out quite a bit, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Next up, we have the Kieran Yu by Magi Arts. Now, there are a couple of Magi Arts figures that caught my attention. Some of them aren't on my figure collection for some reason. But we have this character here, which I believe is illustrated, by Neko. And I've seen this character actually get a couple of other, figures by different manufacturers. I know Good Smile is making one that doesn't have a prototype, it just has an original illustration. Which is not gonna show up on here. But then you have this one by Amakumi and Hobby Japan that I want to point out. I do quite like, again, that outfit design. This looks nice, and I like the bell sleeves that she has. But of course, we're talking about this one, which unfortunately doesn't have an original illustration attached to it. Maybe if I take the time to find it, I'll pop it up on screen. But yeah, she kind of has it feels like a maid outfit in a way. I see like the frills, I see that little headpiece. So yeah, if you like this character design by Neko, you do obviously have this option as well as the two others I mentioned. I really like her design as well. I'm not sure which I'll go for, but interested to see what those figures look like as, painted and such. And after that, we have another one that's illustrated by Neko. This is the Koma Inu Ritsu, which I you know, this, I looked at the sculpt at first and I thought it looked a little bit like weird again. It just, again, the picture that they took. But yeah, looking at the sculpt, it looks great. I think the head definitely threw me off just because of the way the picture was taken. Oh, damn. I believe Ribose has the original illustrations on their page, so I'll pop it up on screen of what this one looks like colored compared to this, you know, the way this figure looks. But yeah, I think she's supposed to have kind of like a face mask on, but, you know, looks very impressive so far. I don't have any Magi Arts figures, or I don't know if they came out with any yet, but I'm interested to see the quality on them in the future. Next up, I think this is the last Ribose figure I have, which is the Mame Hinata, which is this cute little dog character. And yeah, there's a cute little picture of this one. Looking, oh, it's gonna be kind of tricky for me to show, yeah. Looks super cute. And yeah, so there's that picture, and then there's another one that I can quickly pop up. Oh, yeah, super cute character design. I like the way this is like colored and illustrated. But yeah, this is by the artist Kameyama, who also did the Minahoshi-chan figure, which I love as well. And this one should cost the same price as the Minahoshi-chan. So again, under 100 USD, relatively inexpensive. Great quality overall from Ribose, so yeah. I'm interested to see how they're going to translate the colors from that illustration to the figure, because sometimes it can vary. But yeah, I might pre-order this one as well because I think it looks super cute overall. And the next ones that were mentioned in a previous figure festival, but I'll pop them up again because, again, Ribose, they retweeted it, so I thought I'd mention it again, which is the Hatsune Miku, as well as some other Vocaloid series by Hobby Max, which they're in streetwear. I'm not sure if I'll pick these up. The outfits look nice, but, you know, they're kind of missing Kaito and Meiko. I'd like to see how Kaito would kind of look in this style, but, you know, maybe they'll do them in the future. But yeah, for me, you know, maybe I'll see how they look, but right now I feel like I can live without them. And another one that was mentioned in a previous figure festival that I do quite like, but I won't be pre-ordering for reasons, and that is the Remilia Scarlet 1/7 by Apex. This very sort of gothic sort of style to her with this, just, you know, the dress, and I like the vibe of it overall. So yeah, I'll pop up some pictures as well as I go through, but yeah, just like the, you know, the detail and just the shading in this outfit I think look very nice. It's very, like, you know, dull and, like, I don't know how else to describe it. And she also has some, like, it looks like she does have some details, like those glossy red gloves. I feel like this is a pretty good Remilia figure overall, just for the overall, like, you know, detail and just, like, the style of it. I do quite like it. Again, the only issue is that I actually pre-ordered the Alter Remilia, which, again, I love that one so much, and I wanted to go with Flandra, and that's why I'm like, okay, I can live with that one. But I feel like this is a pretty, like, interesting Remilia art alternative. Interested to see the price. Because, man, I just really like the vibe. But unfortunately, again, I ordered that other Remilia figure. After that, we have some Hatsune Miku figures. And these ones are from the S-Fire line, so they're manufactured by Sega. And we have this one, which is the, I'm gonna butcher it again, the Lu Guangji. There's so many, like, Chinese named figures in this series. And yeah, so we have this Miku design, which looks very nice. I like the flow of everything and just the outfit design overall and the color scheme. There might be some other, you know, pictures, but okay, yeah, there it was as a prototype. And then we have the original artwork, which looks very gorgeous. Miku looks super ethereal in this one. I feel like definitely by her buns up top, they kind of give, like, dragon horn vibes. That's just what I'm getting. But unfortunately, this is the only picture, unless I can find some somewhere on the internet. And it looks fantastic, but, you know, while I love the design, I'm probably gonna skip out on this one. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see how it looks and maybe price tag, but for right now, I feel like I can skip this one. And then another Miku figure that's by S-Fire, which is just called Hatsune Miku S-Fire. There's no name for this one. And this is Miku, like, you know, with this outfit, and she's kind of on a scroll. And looks very nice. Again, I'm not too sure about the quality of S-Fire figures overall. But yeah, there's that original illustration. Looks gorgeous. And I kind of like how, of course, you know, they sort of, you know, they included the scroll base, which is a nice touch. So yeah, looks very good. I like the flow of Miku's hair. The outfit design looks great. But yeah, I'm interested to see just, you know, what people think about this if they ordered it, and just the quality of, like, S-Fire figures in general. And now we have this one, which kind of goes with, like, the Alice figure. We have a Mad Hatter 1/6 figure by DCTER Deserter. Never heard of this manufacturer, so I'm interested to see, you know, the quality on this one. But yeah, I feel like there's more pictures of this somewhere on the internet, so I might pop some up again, because this one is pretty low quality, but it's, yeah, very big hat, all this, like, you know, the design of the character looks nice. I noticed that she does have, like, the card symbols on her pants, and I'm curious to see if this has an original illustration too. I'm not too sure, but yeah, very massive and dynamic. I did see one comment actually talking about the hat on top, because it looks like she's holding it and if it will lean back over time. So yeah, maybe that'll get more support. But yeah, I'm impressed with the character design look in the sculpt, and just the sculpt overall so far. After that, we have this Miku figure, which I was surprised got a prototype pretty quickly, which is the Miku Shimian Maifu version by Good Small Company. So yeah, I wonder if they have the original illustration. Quickly pop it up. But yeah, there is the original illustration. Very interesting, like, art style and color scheme, and she's got this, you know, instrument in her hand. I'm not too sure what it is, but yeah, the sculpt is like chef's kiss. It looks absolutely gorgeous. You can see the individual strands of hair. You have the arrows poking out of the base and these flames. I wonder how they'll do that. It might be just, you know, translucent material, but overall I'm super impressed with this sculpt. Like, she looks absolutely gorgeous. I am interested in picking this one up in the future. Hopefully it comes at a good time and the cost is reasonable, but so far it's looking fantastic. Very excited to see this one colored. And I think we're done with Miku, which is good. Next up, we got a little bit more of a busty character, which is the original Usa Mirai 1/6 Snow Rabbit Warrior version by Max Cute. And this is, of course, by Motaro. So yeah, she's kind of busty, and, you know, I really like the colors, the pink and the white. It looks very nice, and she's got, like, this big, like, puffy sleeves and the cute little rabbit that they include. Thankfully it doesn't seem like there's any not safe for work images, which is good. But yeah, the original illustration by Motaro. Yeah, I like her design, but I don't think this is something I kind of want in my collection. This kind of character, but I appreciate the look. I really like, again, the colors and such, but yeah, something I just don't feel like I would want in my collection. So after that one, we have this one, which surprised me, which I didn't see Ruruberry's retweet about, but I saw it on their page, which is the Chitose Junrei figure by Fairy Bean Studio and Yulup Studio, so two manufacturers are collaborating on this one. And this is supposed to be based off an illustration by Fuzi Choco. Very detailed artist, very gorgeous art style overall. And yeah, like, I mean, look at that artwork. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The colors, the details, the amount of effort and time they take into it just absolutely astounds me with their artwork. And this figure, I feel like, is definitely very ambitious to do, considering, you know, they are adapting a Fuzi Choco artwork. And so far, it's alright. Again, I feel like, you know, I don't know anything about this manufacturer, but, you know, you know, this picture, you know, it kind of says a little bit, but I feel like it's definitely difficult to translate Fuzi Choco's artwork into a figure. I do like the details on her outfit as well as the sort of seat that she's sitting on. But I need much more high quality figures to kind of go off of besides this. So yeah, I'm interested to see how, you know, that figure looks like at different angles and what the final product is. And then another Fuzi Choco figure, which is the Okuzashiki no Ningyo Hime, so a mermaid character. Once again, made by Fuzi Choco. And yeah, again, art style is super nice. I love, you know, the details on the flowers and, you know, just the setting that she's in. And then you kind of get to the figure, and I do think she looks good. I do like the tree she's sitting on. It looks good. The flowers look good, and so does the tree parts. The tree leaves, like the way they're colored and shaded, looks good. The one big thing that I have mixed feelings on, and it's mostly kind of negative, is the watery base. I feel like it's interesting that they included it, but I feel like I could live without it just because of, you know, the amount of space it's gonna take off, and also it looks like it goes pretty far back, so there's that as well. So this is a figure that I feel like is going to be very hard to display on a shelf. So yeah, the water base I just kind of feel like I can do without, just to kind of save some room. But the figure herself, I think she looks good. So yeah, again, still need more like nicer quality photos though for this one to get a, you know, better feel for the figure. After that, we have one that I actually pre-ordered, which is the Toho Project Cerno 1/7 Summer Frost version. And yeah, I pre-ordered this. I think she's very cute. I think it's 150 USD, maybe less, but yeah. I went with the, you know, the original version. There is the suntanned version, essentially, which has, you know, chocolate ice cream and white chocolate, like little sticks in the back, and she's got vines and sunflower. But I think I want to go with the original better. I have nothing against tan-skinned characters, but I just kind of like the original one a little bit more. Plus, I think that tan-skinned version is kind of exclusive, so that's why, you know, if I don't mind it so much, then, you know, I'll go for the original. So yeah, I'm quite excited for that Cerno figure in the future to go with, you know, my Sweets theme collection. After that, we have this one, which I had on my wish list as well, which is the Yuri 1/7 White Tiger version by Charm. And I believe that these characters were already made into figures, or I don't know, it was like a set of characters that were made into binding figures. And we have these girls right here, which, yeah, I'll pull up the original illustration. Yeah, White Tiger characters. I really like the outfit designs, and I'm a sucker for, like, I feel like I'm now a sucker for, like, tiger girls and all that. So this one actually looks pretty good. They're pretty thick. They look sexy as hell, I will say that. So yeah, I'm interested to see how these ones look colored. And I don't know if they'll, you know, sell them together or they'll split them up, you know, so you have options. But yeah, I'm just interested to see the colors, the final product of these girls colored. Next up, we have the only Azure Lane figure on here. There were so many, but I just want to point out this one because I like the overall design of it, and that is the Azure Lane Shinano? Okay, 1/7 Dreams of the Hazy Moon version by Goodsma Art Shanghai and Goodsma Company. And yeah, I really like also Fox Girls, so I guess that's why I kind of gravitate towards this one, but she looks super nice. She's just chilling with her wine, and yeah, I don't know if there's like oh yeah, there is an original illustration. Yeah, that is definitely a lot. So they kind of cut some things out of the original illustration. It's kind of nice that they included the wine bottling handles, and she looks absolutely gorgeous. I like the color scheme I see in this original artwork. It makes me tempted to want to pick her up. Again, I don't really play Azure Lane, and just, my god, there's just so many nice figures out there of so many characters. But this one looks great. So I'm interested to see, you know, the colors, how they look on this figure. But I feel like, you know, Good Small Art Shanghai, I feel like they tend to do a good job for the most part. I am happy with the figures I have from them so far, so yeah. Interested to see the colors and of course the price point, because this one looks like it's going to be a pricey one. And then next up we have this figure, which is also illustrated by Matara, which I'm, you know, tempted to order. I might order, which is the Tiger Girl Lily 1/6 by 39 Nasu, who I'm not familiar with. I'm just going to show this illustration, or not illustration, I'm going to show this figure right here, not the other ones because they're not safe for work. So yeah, but I don't know, I like her hair design, I like her outfit design, again, kind of thick, but I like her vibe overall. The only thing is that she is quite expensive, and it depends on like what version you get. On AmiAmi there's like, you know, regular version, just the figure, then you have one with a poster and then one with a mouse pad, and the mouse pad is not good at all. I really wouldn't go for that just because of what they showed. They literally just plastered the figure's face right onto the mouse pad. It's not even an original like illustration on there, so I feel like definitely not worth it for the mouse pad. But yeah, she looks very nice overall, and you know, a very tempting pickup for me just because, again, I feel like I'm kind of a sucker for Tiger Girls. And this next one right here has to be, you know, I feel like one of the worst freaking photographed figures from this event. They really could have picked a better angle for this one, but this is the Fire Force Shinra Kusakabe 1/6 by X1 Art. Never heard of them, but it looks like they do pretty dynamic figures. And I mean, can you see what's wrong with this picture? It's mostly his leg. His right leg looks super weird, and I don't know why they took it from this angle, so it just doesn't look right. In terms of like just effect parts, it looks pretty nice, and I do like the way they kind of sculpted Shinra. The only issue, again, is that freaking leg. I really don't know why they took it from like this angle, and unfortunately that is the only picture there. So it's a shame that, you know, that this is the only picture we have of the figure, because it just, yeah, no one understands the pose, and yeah. I just got dock points for this figure, and I wanted to point it out just because of how, like, stupid of a picture that this is. And the last one that I'm quite excited for, that has been, I feel like, in development hell for a while, and that is a prototype of the Onmyoje Abe no Seme 1/7 Lunar Corona version by Good Small Art Shanghai. Seme, fun as hell, long-haired boys. I simp for them. So yeah, it's pretty simple, I will admit, like this, nothing too exciting. So I'm hoping it's gonna be under 200 USD, because, you know, I can't picture that being any higher than that. I'm surprised they originally there was a picture on here, and I guess they took it off of like what the colored version of this figure looks like, or at least, you know, the illustration, the original illustration, how that looks. But I am thinking of picking him up. You know, if he's relatively inexpensive. I don't really play on Myoji, but I do like Seme's design, and his original illustration looks very good. So yeah, interested to see this one colored. And now I'm going to be moving on to at least some of my tabs up on top. And now moving on to the last two that weren't on my figure collection. The first one is by Snail Shell Studio, which is the 1/112 I think 1/12th scale action figure, Pumpkin Princess, art by Muten. So I just really like what I see in this like design. I really like just like the details on, you know, the pumpkin, and you know, she does come with some sweets as well. And yeah, so this is kind of supposed to be like a, you know, again, a model kit. I believe Snail Shell Studio, they do a whole bunch. They announced so many at this figure event. But I wanted to point this one out because I am thinking about pre-ordering it. I feel like these are like on the more like higher end, a little bit more expensive model kits from what I've seen on like AmiAmi, but I'm very impressed with the sculpt and design of this character, so I'm interested in picking it up and assembling it for myself. And additionally, they did show a 1-to-1 scale version of this character. I'm not too sure if the outfit... Okay, the outfit's pretty much the same, but she just has this mask on. I have to say, kudos to the people who took the time to make this 1-to-1 scale. It looks super impressive. I'm sure if you're there at the event in person, I think it would look absolutely awesome just to take photos of. And yeah, while you can take this home with you, I just wanted to point it out. Because there were a whole bunch of other like 1-to-1 scale figures. There were so many of the Ribose Tea Time cats. They literally had so many 1-to-1 scale versions of them, which is so cute. So yeah, interesting to see just some of these figures, you know, be displayed at like a extremely larger scale. And then the last one I want to point out, hopefully if the page loads, but yeah, you can see also Neko's illustrations for Kirin, the Koma Inu, and then the one I want to point out, which is this one, which is by Star Shadow Magic. It got a prototype, and I'm not too sure which character this is. This is supposed to be kind of like a rabbit girl, and this is from like a sort of set of figures. And I believe they recently opened for pre-order. There's like one that I think that she's supposed to be a horse. But yeah, they're very cute, but I don't know, I don't feel like, you know, I love Star Shadow Magic, but I didn't feel the need to pre-order that horse girl. But yeah, they're very cute illustrations overall. Who knows, I might pick them up in the future if, you know, the aftermarket, you know, they tend to go down. And yeah, so that overall concludes my list. I did kind of go quickly through these things. But yeah, there were quite a lot of nice figures. Again, the ones I'm most excited for are obviously the Tea Time Cats series of figures. Thank God the ones I'm the most excited for are pretty inexpensive. And yeah, so they're just, yeah, a bunch of nice ones and ones that I'm excited to get prototypes and to be colored and to just have in my collection in the future. So yeah, now we'll get on to, of course, my usual outro. So that overall concludes this video on this recent OneFest. Again, so many nice little figures to look at and some that I'm quite excited for overall. So I'm interested to see what were your personal highlights from this figure festival, and if you would like to, of course, you know, take the time to subscribe to my channel to see what other figure and merch related shenanigans I get into next. So thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. I do hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and take it easy. Goodbye.